Hello, fabulous Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of January 2015, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here, and a very big happy new year to you. This month is so important. We have Mars moving into your opposite sign, which in itself brings a lot of attention on love. You add to this the element that Mars will, in the middle of the month, meet Neptune in this part of the sky and speak with Saturn as well. You put this together and it suggests lots of inspiration, lots of hope, yes, but also a lot of looking at the reality of the situation. But what I really love about this month for you where it comes to love is that, yes, we have Mars speaking with Saturn, and that energy can be a little pessimistic, I gotta be honest with you. That energy says, oh my goodness, things are awful, I don't like this at all, feeling frustration, very strong, feeling like you can't really act, or feeling like you wish you could act but feeling restricted. And then we have Mars meeting Neptune, and it is as if a dream comes true. It is as if there's forgiveness, there's resolution, there's happiness, there is heightened hope as well. And there is this element of fantasy and belief and soulmate energy that just infuses you. Now, I gotta say, I mean, this is Neptune after all. It's illusion, it's inspiration, yes, but it's also illusion as well. So there is value in taking a more measured perspective. That's part of the learning here. However, having said that, I am also of the belief that you need that fantasy to even give you the sort of not just the confidence, but the bravery to even interact with this other person, to trust another person on that level. And so because of that, there is something to be said for you kind of having a certain awakening, having a certain understanding, and believing that love is in the world for you, because it absolutely is. Mars, at the very least, brings with it a lot of passion. If directed wisely, it's passion to connect with others and passion to experience positive change, to move yourself towards the type of love that you desire. Those of you in an established bond are going to be experiencing this most. And I do think that the indications are very strong that those of you in an established bond, you're really having to look at who this person is. There may be a little bit of a disagreement before there's the resolution. So if anything does come up with your partner, if there is a measure of frustration that does arise, know that you will find your common ground again. You will have your resolution. Whatever does come up, it doesn't look like it's likely to be like a permanent situation, if you will. It looks like passions are stirred, you're not really sure what to do, how to act, and then there is this feeling of restoration that I'm with the right person and feeling a lot of love as well. So that seems to be on offer. Those of you who are dating somebody, we've got a lot of energy happening. Well, what we have happening is a full moon, a very powerful and potent full moon happening in a part of the sky that has to do with friendship, okay? And then what we also have happening is all this energy happening in your opposite sign. And I look at this, and I gotta be honest with you, especially because this particular full moon is speaking with Pluto in a part of the sky that has to do with dating. This can just be a friend kind of getting in the way a little bit, okay? So just be aware of that. Look at who your friends are, how do you feel, where the trust is. If your friend brings you some information, how do you feel about that information? Do you trust it or not? Of course, it's going to be in the context of your friendship. Okay, so for some, this is going to be like really wonderful and amazing and an elation, like a gratitude, if you will. For others, it might be a little bit different. It might feel a little bit like, okay, why are you getting in the way of where I'm going with this person? And so regardless of what that is, of course, you get to decide what you want to ultimately do with that friendship. If it's speaking in the context of love, maybe it's just a friend who gives you an opinion about where you are in love, on who you're with that you really don't like. And here's the thing with that, I gotta say. I have said this to people over the years, that you never want to put yourself sort of opposite someone who is dating your friend. Because if you do, it's very difficult to win in that situation. I got to say, I've seen it again and again. It's very difficult to win because it is the partner, it is the lover, it is the person that person is dating that reaches a very deep sort of part of us. Like love has a way of touching us on a level of emotional intimacy and vulnerability that friendship just doesn't. And so when you have that very meaningful connection with somebody, when you sort of are get in that triangle, if you create a triangle in any sense, it creates a difficult situation. So you're going to have to watch that you don't play that role, but also you are going to have to watch if you find somebody else playing that. Is it fair? Is it not? Of course, it's up to you to be honest with yourself and for you to explore that as well. Those of you who are open to love, it does look like, I gotta say, a friend might have an opinion on some past situation, might bring you information that you really don't want to hear. And in that case, you can say, I don't want to hear this. In that case, you can be a little bit surprised if you are so inspired, because it does look like some of you out there might be a little surprised by some news of a past love. But having said that, it actually is meant to empower you. And like I said, we've got this amazingly inspiring meeting of Mars and Neptune. And I think the chance of you meeting somebody, like first hearing this news very early in the month, and then we have this, oh my goodness, is love in the world for me, kind of being a little down. And then we have this really uplifting moment happening for you where, like dream come true, feeling like maybe you've met somebody who's a soulmate. Now, if they actually are, that's to be realized in the fullness of time. You've got to give it a little more time. And mainly the reason for that is because this is so much about illusion. Mars meeting Neptune is so full of hope and fantasy. So you just want to pace yourself a little bit, okay? But having said that, enjoy it. These moments come along. They fill us with faith. They feel really sweet. Enjoy it as you walk that path. What I love about this month for you is that there is activity and you are motivated to connect with the person you love or to make new connections, to learn about yourself and your power and create positive change in the context of love as well. With that motivation, a greater love certainly becomes clearer to you.